2, 1. Alright, here we go. We're good to go. Master of None. I think episode 5. We're going to kindergarten. We're going to kindergarten, dude. We graduated from preschool.
You said what?
Well, we're 5 years old now. I mean, 5 episodes old. But one day, we'll make the other metaphor. But for now, we're going to kindergarten.
Okay. This podcast is in kindergarten? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because we're 5 years old. Even though we're 5 days old.
Well, that's pretty young.
Yes, sir. Alright, how was your week? What's been going on with you, bro? Texas? Is it cold down there? Is it getting colder?
Like maybe by like 5 degrees less, man. It's always hot down here, man.
I'm so jealous. Dude, it's been rainy and like kind of lame up here. But that has not stopped us.
Like 100 and maybe now it's like I'll be down at 80.
What? 80 is the dream, bro. Do you like that warm weather? Like I'm Indian, South Indian, so I love this,
like
the heat and sun.
Weather, like not hot weather. It's just too much.
Yeah. I always joke, Indians are fireproof. We don't burn.
It's probably true.
Somewhere that's true. Anything been going on these past couple weeks?
Say it one more time.
I said anything been going on these past couple weeks? Any events or anything?
Just me trying to get a second job. I just had the online job. I'm trying to get a second job so I can get back into the gym because I'm dying. I'm starving.
What kind of second job are you looking for?
Just a side job, like a restaurant job. I'm pretty chill with those.
Yeah.
Like,
dude, you should be a bartender. That's one of my like goals in life.
I really should. Yeah, that is a fun job.
Dude, hella fun, and you make so many friends. Huh?
You can network with that too.
Network, pick up chicks, all that kind of stuff, dude. Being a bartender is like only good thing, and you get tipped hella. People want to be friends with you.
Yeah.
What's not?
That's some real Jon Jones stuff for you, man.
Bro, I've been Jon Jonesing hard, man. My homie from Miami is here.
Yeah.
He's been here since Friday. Or no, Saturday. And we haven't been taking breaks since Friday.
Well, I can imagine because Miami, I'm sure they.
Oh man, dude, they don't stop. They are non-stop. Go, 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 dolly, dolly, dolly.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's not the weather, man. It just gets right.
Man, I need to go to Miami, bro. That's my kind of city at some point.
Yeah, man. Yeah. That's why I couldn't leave LA, man. I was there for like a year and a half.
Oh, where? Oh, LA. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great place.
But it could be dangerous for someone like me, a city like Miami. I think we're gonna get into this later, but that's like Vegas to Jon Jones, dude. They don't make. And Dana's like, now we expect this to happen.
Dude, speaking of Jon Jones, we just want to get right into it.
Oh, we want to start off with Jon Jones. We can start off with Jon Jones and then hit back to UFC later, because Jon Jones is a very interesting topic. There's a lot to go through, man. I don't understand. I know, man. It's like you've been caught so many times. Like, he needs to have a personal assistant. Like, I don't understand. You're rich enough and you're cool enough.
Yeah, the worst timing too. Like the Hall of Fame.
He literally is finally getting his stuff together. And Dana's like, it's not even 24 hours, bro. Not even 24 hours. And it's already happening. Something funny that one of my friends pointed out is both Jon Jones and Conor McGregor.
I think my screen froze for a second.
Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, so both Jon Jones and Conor McGregor have been with the same girl for a really long time, but they're not married, right?
Oh, right.
And I was like, wait,
like,
huh?
Like how many years?
At least like 3 or 4, probably even more. Like,
yeah.
You assume they're married, but they're not married. It's like,
right.
They're legally okay. Anything goes south.
There's people like there's so much people like that.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. But they're also coincidentally very wild men.
Yeah, man.
What do you think about? You go ahead.
The sad thing with the Jon Jones thing, like his family was involved, and then like his wife was like, she was like, I'm bleeding from the lip or something.
Yeah.
And then she was like, it's not because of him, like it's not that bad or something. Like she was like,
you knew she was covering for him.
So it was like, it was really sad.
Yeah, and then his daughters got involved.
Yeah, dude, I'm like,
dude, in front of your girls, man, you can't. That's like that's got to be like the lowest of the lows. As a father, doing something in front of your daughter is like bad like that.
I think he has like all girls too, like all 3 girls. Like that's karma.
He made a joke once, like, I don't have a son yet because I don't have my shit together yet.
Right, exactly. And if you have all girls, it means you're a slut in the past life. You know?
Is it true? Is that a thing?
This must be, man, because I have a girl.
Well, you know what's funny? I think I'm gonna have all girls too. I'm worried about it.
Yeah, because you're Jon Jones too. You're the Indian Jon Jones.
Oh man.
That's pretty accurate.
Maybe I'll stop it. I just want one son, dude. I could have 2 daughters, 3 daughters. I just want one son. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I want the same thing.
Yeah, I think having daughters is honestly really cool and really fun.
I know.
I mean, very stressful
too.
There's
a lot of balance.
Because like when you have all sons, it's just like, all right, go be wild, do your thing. When you got daughters, you gotta protect them and stuff, right?
Yes.
And it's like such a burden.
Balance. It humbles you.
Yeah. It wakes you up for sure. So you think you should get punished? Like a lot of people are saying you should get suspended and stuff for it. I don't know.
Who?
Jon Jones?
Who, John?
Yeah, for just like, I don't know, doing bad stuff. Or again and again.
Like, what would you do to him is the question.
Dude, I would make him fight Francis. That would be my punishment. It's like, alright man, you do this, you're fighting Francis. I'm gonna give you a fair paycheck, but you have to fight him.
Right.
Let Francis do whatever people who don't like it want to do.
Yeah, because this fight we gain is not really. It's cool, but
it's not Jon versus Francis. It's cool, but it's not Jon versus Francis.
Jones. Yeah, so
dude, that would be one of the biggest fights I think in history for sure.
Seriously, that's
like,
what we want to see.
The Khabib versus Mayweather 3.
He's such a diva, man.
Yeah.
He's such a diva.
He's so good though. It's like it's hard to say anything.
It makes me mad how good he is.
I think I saw some like article, but like on paper, like his resume with fights is basically unmatchable. Like just all the accomplishments he's made from the age he started, and he's still undefeated, and he's been doing title fights.
That's why he was pound for pound for so long.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Like, do you think they should take him off pound for pound just because of that? What does it have to do with pound for pound rankings?
You know, that's a good question because...
like, how does that affect the rankings? This is pound for pound the best fighter. If anything, he's a crazy man. Normally that's a good thing for fighters.
I don't know, man, because times have changed.
Yo, actually, I want to check this. So you know how there's like 2 different like types of fighters, the really disciplined ones and the wild men? So I want to see if the pound for pound rankings, who's who. For example, like Kamaru's super like disciplined, nice guy, doesn't break any rules. Jon Jones, opposite. Brandon Moreno, nice guy. Aljamain. What do you think about Aljamain? Wait, pound for pound, rankings UFC.
Aljamain isn't on the pound for pound.
I think that was the champions list. Why can't they? Do they have a pound for pound list officially? They do, right?
Say it again.
What's the list for pound? I definitely know they have one.
Kamaru Usman is number 1.
Do you see Moreno is 2? No.
Moreno, I don't know.
What is your list? Who do you have as 2? Who do you have as 2?
Oh, he's number 11.
Hey, where is this pound for pound ranking, man? Oh, I see. So Jon Jones is 2. Volkanovski's 3. He's kind of a wild man, right?
That was weird. I don't know how he got to 3 so fast, but I guess
that fight against Ortega was just really good.
Yeah.
You think
he's never lost, right? He's just lost like one time, right?
His resume isn't that great, I would say. Like I guess he beat Holloway twice. The second one wasn't convincing. First one, I guess, but it was a decision.
Yeah. I think because like he still won. Because it's like, even though it was close, it's like.
I mean, he proved a lot for sure with that fight.
It just shows like the top 3 guys.
But dude, none of these guys are wild man except for Jon Jones. He's like the only one.
Right.
Which is insane. So it pays to be a good person, huh? Except for that one guy.
It really does.
I mean, I guess Mike Tyson would have been up there back in the day. Not just because he's a wild man. But I guess statistics wise, it's better to not be a wild man. It's not as good for fighting.
It's yin and yang. I feel like he was blessed with so much talent that he had to have like a big flaw to unchallenge him.
Yeah. I mean, but what about the other guys? They don't have any flaws. Like Khabib. What is Khabib's flaw?
Well, they're not that exciting. Like they're like he's famous because of Conor.
I mean, he beat everyone though. If anything, he doesn't get to have fun because he doesn't drink or party. Like that's his grudge. Well, I guess that makes sense. Like you gotta sacrifice one thing. Like that's pretty important. Having fun, or always making mistakes. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I guess that means if you want to be a fighter, like you gotta have a little less fun.
Yeah. Well.
Just a little bit, like not too much. On the weekends, you can drink a little bit. Just don't get shit faced, pretty much.
Yeah, I'd like to get a survey and see like just what goes on with fighters and stuff.
Right.
Okay, I guess we'll come back to UFC. Let's do some.
Yeah.
I guess so. My week, I did chess boxing. It was a very interesting experience. Bro, don't you think weight classes are very important?
Which classes?
Weight classes.
Yeah.
So I don't want to like.
Boxing or like overall.
I mean, I think in everything. Let's go with boxing for now. Because the guy I sparred was like 190, maybe almost 200, and he's a boxer. Like, what am I supposed to do? He's got reach, he's got experience, he's got power. Like, those are the 3 most important things, right?
The only thing you can do is move fast.
And that was a problem. I didn't move a lot, so I was getting lit up
That's the only
on the
way
feet.
I can think of that.
I guess first I'll give you the summary. So the summary was the first guy I played, first round in chess I'm doing well. Second round boxing I'm not doing well, and then I survived the round. I mean, he probably let me survive. Like if he didn't have to. I mean, he's also my coach. So on top of it, it's like imagine you go to a jiu-jitsu tournament and the first person you roll with is sensei.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yo, come on, man, give me a chance.
Yeah, that would definitely suck.
And then the second round of chess, I basically checkmated him, so I didn't have to do another round. But dude, I did not want to do another round. So I won my first exhibition, and in the second fight, dude, the guy was even bigger than my coach, and he wasn't as like technique-wise good, which actually scared me because now he's gonna probably punch me wildly. So playing that game,
okay,
I was. Oh, go ahead.
So they're good like in boxing, but how about chess?
Yeah, so chess.
They didn't win in chess, right?
No, I mean, honestly, it's not even close. But I mean, my level is way higher than the average chess boxer.
Why is there no weight class?
I mean, I guess there's just not many chess boxers. But I was like, come on, man, like, why I gotta spar with you guys? Like, especially with, they're always like, you'll be fine. And no, like, you'll be fine. Like, I can punch you as hard as you want, as I can. And you, like, spit out your tooth and you're just mad. You punch me as hard as you can, I'm going to sleep. And it's gonna hurt for days, weeks, man. So I don't want to sound like a...
Headgear?
We did have headgear. But they were like, no, we don't have to do headgear. I was like, no, we need to do headgear, please. But the second guy, like 215, 220, I beat him in chess. I think like heavyweight. But I beat him in chess in the first 3 minutes. So I didn't have to box him. And then I was like, all right, I'm done. I'm out. 2-0, let's go. Clean up.
That is madness.
But yeah, so that's how chess boxing went. I will say...
Survive.
Huh?
Survive.
Yeah. Yeah, survive. Basically. I mean, I would think if I was playing someone close to my chess level, I would at least be close on the feet. Because there's definitely a trade-off between being good at chess and being good at boxing.
Yeah.
But...
I guess it would be hard to find someone that's your size and also plays chess as well as you.
Or at least, dude, give me someone my size in boxing, right? At least give me that.
At least.
Because then I can move more. I can actually throw back a punch. That's the worst part about like sparring with these big guys. It's impossible to do anything.
You can't absorb that. You gotta.
Yeah.
How can you eat that punch?
And dude, that stuff comes so fast. Like that's the big difference between chess and jiu-jitsu and boxing, whatever. It's in chess you have so much time, so I can really process stuff. But when I roll with people way better or way bigger, it's so fast paced. It's hard to just like keep up.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like you need experience at that point. That's the only.
Exactly. That's the only way. Like I kind of stand a chance, which is why I think I have to spar way more.
Right.
I want to spar people my size, or at least start really slow, like super, like baby steps, so I can just start like learning what's going on instead of having to survive, like fight for my life or run for my life.
Right. That defense will help for sure, man.
So my homie Rob was there. He came and watched, and basically he cornered me, and he was like, "All right, man, here's the strategy: float like a butterfly, run like a bitch." And after float like a butterfly, I was getting hyped, and then he hit me with the second line. And I was like, "All right, man, yeah, you're right."
Did you take his advice though? Did you float like a butterfly?
I almost floated from the punches, man.
Well, at least you tried, man.
I did. So I definitely want to spar a lot more. I mean, cardio's alright, but always can be better. But really, dude, movement. You gotta keep moving in the fight. And that's just, I guess, where experience kind of helps.
Yeah, facts, man.
So that was Chessboxing.
That head movement too, like Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson movements.
Yeah, side to side. Mike Tyson was hella side to side.
The shoulder rolls.
Yeah, dude, Mayweather's defense is tight.
Mix it all up.
I tried to ask my coach, like, hey, can I stand like Mayweather? And he was like, only Mayweather can stand like Mayweather. It's not worth it. Because I guess his reflexes are so fast.
Coaches are just so, like, blunt, man. They're always blunt.
They are. I mean, even as a chess coach, like, I've been doing it for a long time. It's just, like, it's easier just, like, hey, this is what I've seen. I've seen a lot of stuff, so this is what it is. But I do want to get good. I definitely don't want to stop boxing or doing jiu-jitsu. So it wasn't, at least I didn't get my heart broken.
I'd love to try boxing, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's technical. Dude, it's strategy. It's like a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I just want to...
I just love the movement part, man.
Yeah, I mean, dude, good defense is so fun to watch.
I know. Especially Floyd and Canelo.
Canelo did the head movement.
Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Like Mike Tyson I didn't even know he had good defense until I watched a clip of it. I was like, oh shit.
Dude, sometimes I'll just watch like Mike Tyson highlights. It's just massacre after massacre. Alright, so that's chess boxing. I also got a haircut. That was a... Why do they always take off more than they should?
I can never tell, man. It's like you always look the same to me.
I mean, dude, at least I have some hair left. Because sometimes I'll go in for a haircut and I'll come back with nothing. It's like going to the casino. It's like, all right, man, we got $100. Worst case, I'll lose like 60. I'll lose like 40. I'll come back with 60. Dude, some nights you come back with nothing, and that's in haircuts. You go in with 100, and you come back with like 5. So, I'm happy I kept some.
A casino?
Have I?
Like to bet so much?
Have I been to a casino?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to a casino. Dude, they made one like 10 minutes or 5 minutes from my house back in New York. So. There, and then every year they have a tournament in Vegas. Like, what a terrible idea.
Okay.
Funny story about the tournament in Vegas. Like, by the last couple of rounds, you look at the top boards, and it's all just kids. Because they've been eating well, they've been sleeping well. Or everyone 18, 21 plus is just coming like, oh my god, bro.
Wow. I guess being good helps after all.
Dude, I think sleeping well helps after all.
Yeah.
So that's my strategy. So I actually have a tournament tomorrow that I'm playing in Virginia. So
okay.
Sleeping well is one of my big focal points for this tournament. Yeah.
Shit. I guess I have to make sure I do that.
Yeah. You can play chess tournament? Dude, I can teach you.
I have to learn chess first. I have to learn how to play chess first before I go into
Yeah.
tournament.
Yeah.
A boxing tournament, I jumped into.
I don't think I'd jump into a boxing tournament. Dude, jiu-jitsu tournament though.
I just want to know what a fight like feels like. Even if I get knocked out, I just want to be able to just go in the ring. Like, if someone asks me, like right now, if I want to be in a fight, like right now, like a pro fight, I would just say yes.
A pro fight?
Even.
No. Dude, I'll spar.
Not pro. Like, not like...
Bro, if you go to pro fight right now, I'm betting against you. As much as I love you and your brother, you need some level of experience, and I've been here before in a pro fight.
Yeah, well, I don't mean like pro, like the top
like UFC
guys, like Tank and Garcia and stuff. Like, just an actual fight with rules, not where like, not like a street fight is what I would say.
Dude, there's a lot of people like that who just want to jump in. I'm definitely more like, I want to dip my toes in, slowly progress, and just not get like overwhelmed, overrun. I think my coach is your mindset, bro. Just go do it. You'll learn.
yeah. I just want to, cause I feel like I've been like, I'm dreaming of it too long.
I feel you.
To feel something.
Well, that's why
if I get knocked out, I don't care. It's gonna be worth it. So I can go home and be like, nah, I know what I feel like to be in there.
Yeah. Well, what about just getting a training camp together and being like, all right, these next 4 or 5 weeks, man, I'm gonna buckle down.
That too. We can do that too.
Dude,
that's do all that shit.
I think for part of the podcast, what we should do is try to like talk about what we did in the last 2 weeks to hold each other accountable. To be like, all right, we went to the gym, or we ran these days, we shadowboxed these days. I want to write stuff down and every week try to have like an update. Because if I'm not accountable, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to feel bad about not doing anything.
100%. I'm down with that. We can definitely do that.
Yeah, dude, let's do that.
100%.
And every week we can talk about what we learned. And that'll be a section on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, from the past 2 weeks, I learned I need to wake up on time and actually go to class.
Yeah.
I need to run on my off days, dude.
I'm working on that one.
Bro, I need to get up on time, I swear. And, like, first thing I want to do is run and then shower. I think my life would really change if I could do those 2 things every morning and get to where I needed to go. Yeah.
That makes sense.
So, next podcast, bro, you're holding me accountable. I'm going to do it.
So, 7 days a week or 5 days a week?
I mean, dude, I really want to do 7, but knowing me, let's start with 5.
Yeah, same here.
Because sometimes if you try to go too deep, it's just like you miss one day and you're like, all right, now I can't do it, and you just like lose all your momentum.
Yeah, and plus you have to let your muscles rest. Even like the top UFC guys, like they usually train like 5 to 6 days a week.
Yeah.
Like 7 days a week, like your muscles don't rest, and you can overdo it.
Dude, if you go hard enough, like I think
Floyd said, like he overtrained for one fight.
Really?
So
he still won.
It's very possible to overtrain.
I mean, he's never lost, so we know how that went.
Right.
But maybe that was a tougher fight.
Yeah. Shit, yeah. I prefer to overtrain than undertrain.
For sure. Yeah. Between the two, though, first step, you have to train. Otherwise, you'll not get better.
Yeah, man.
Alright, so we're going to hold each other accountable. Dude, for chess, I need to do the same thing. I need to be training every day. One thing I learned with chess is I need to play less. Just like maybe overtraining. Because for me, I've played so much. Like, I need to work on like specific things, not just playing. Because I've played millions of games at this point. So it's more technique, openings, and studying how like the top people did it.
So, how often do you play?
I mean, I'll play every day. Like, because you can play on your phone, like when you're in the bathroom, or like if I'm waiting for something to finish, I can play on my phone. So it's
like online and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that's not the problem. The problem is I can only kind of play. I need to do the other stuff more.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Like technique and stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then, dude, I need to stream too. Like I did it for a little bit, and then I just like fell off the wagon. So that's another thing you gotta hold me accountable for. Streaming, ideally every day if I could, but at least a couple times a week.
Like streaming what exactly?
Just like being online, like being on Twitch while I play for like an hour or 30 minutes.
Okay.
And just talking through it. Because then I like play serious too, because I know like people are watching, or I can record it and try to make videos out of it. So I think that's like really important too.
Gotcha.
And then,
so that's three things.
Yeah.
So, a chess techniques.
Yeah.
To wake up and run.
Wake up and run, 100%.
5 days a week. And what's the other thing?
I'm thinking stand up, dude. I need to start writing more, 100%.
Yeah.
You think every day is good or every other day? Because that's
I'm
doing a lot of things every day.
Good.
Yeah, just or like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And like spacing it out.
For things like that, or almost everything actually, it really helps when like I stop and then come back to it.
Yeah, You get like a fresh idea about it for sure.
It's so like I get even more ideas when I just do it a lot and then stop and then come back. I get more ideas.
Or sometimes you have like a bit, and then like a week later, you think about something you could change to it or add to it, and that's perfect. Yeah. So you just basically, it's like building something. You just keep adding. Like your jiu-jitsu game or something.
100%.
So yeah, let's try to hold ourselves to those 3 things. Waking up and running, chess/streaming, and writing 3 times a week.
Alright. Let's go.
Hell yeah.
That's a good start.
Yeah. Alright, so any life lessons you learned this past like 2 weeks? I got some interesting ones.
Not everything is how it is in my head.
What you mean?
Like life is like that quote. Like there's your side, there's their side,
and there's the truth. Yeah, dude. There's one song, 3 sides to the truth, girl. Yours and mine and the goddamn truth. So that's basically what you said. But there's a song with that hit.
Yeah, man. I've been learning, like, sometimes I get caught in my head and I'm like, dude, it's just, like, life is just, it's almost like life is just, like, blunt. Life is just, like, it is what it is. But all these emotions and stuff have you,
like, corrupting.
It's this or that, like, it just makes things, like, so simple and straightforward. Just, like, duh, there it is.
You think you have, like, an example that's, like, tangible?
I think it happened from like 3 or 4 things. Like one was talking with my dad and just having a regular talk with him. Cause at times sometimes there would be a little bit of resentment from like our issues in the past. When in actuality it's just like
miscommunication almost. Or
it's like now that I'm older, I can understand that because he was raised the way he was, he sees life a certain way.
Yeah.
And I could not, for the life of me, understand that as a kid because I was just a kid.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, once you get older, you start feeling
and I'm
stuff.
A dad, I can get it more and stuff. So that was one example.
Dude, that's kind of like the chess thing we talked about last time, where it's like, try to think, why is your opponent making this move? Like, everyone has a reason. No, I mean, even if like for like evil purposes or like because you're a bad person is a reason, but like try to find that reason. Right?
Right, exactly.
Yeah, like that.
It definitely helps. It settles the mind.
Yeah, normally you want to take emotion out of a decision and just look at it objectively,
exactly.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Because you got emotion, now you got your fist balled up and you're ready to be like, hey man, you can do this, blah blah blah.
That's chess boxing for him.
I guess so, yeah.
That's how chess boxing was started. 2 guys were playing chess and then
they're like, hey man, you can't do this.
One guy got really mad and started to push the other guy.
It's like, alright, meet me in the ring, meet me in the octagon.
That's how chess boxing was born.
Yeah.
How about you? Any life lessons this week?
Yeah, so one that I think I wrote down was just like speaking up for yourself, knowing when to say no. That's something that for me that, dude, is just so hard. Because I just want to, like, if someone says something, I want to say yes. I want to be like, okay, cool, sure. You want to do this? Yeah, sure, whatever. And then if they really want me to do something, it's really hard for me to stand my ground and be like, nah, I got this. Because I'm always trying to, like, when that happens, I'm like, all right, I'll sacrifice what I have to do try and make you happy, and then find time to do the other thing. But then you can't keep like getting in debt on time, because then you can't finish this stuff. It's just like it's impossible.
Yeah, man. I totally understand that.
And then, dude, even like today in the car, I was like thinking like that's probably why parents are always so stressed and like just kind of in bad moods, because you have so much stuff to do, and like as you get older, you realize like you have responsibilities and all the stress just makes you tired and you're just like, oh, I want to go to bed, blah blah blah, you know.
Facts. Getting older, you're always tired.
For real, man.
You're always tired from something.
And then when you're tired, you get angry easily too.
Yeah.
So it escalates. It adds up.
So tired.
Especially while driving, it's like, oh my god, like you gotta hold yourself back a lot.
Yeah. And like you know it's stress, especially if you eat good and you exercise and you do everything else right, and like, wait a minute, why am I stressed?
Dude, the problem is when you don't do those things. Now you're super stressed.
So let's get back to UFC, because I feel like I have a lot to talk about, and it's just like it's bubbling up.
Alright, we can finish UFC and come back. Alright, so where do you want to start?
Volk and Ortega.
Oh man, dude, my boy Ortega was so close with this head, and like his head was purple, bro. His head was literally purple for like a couple minutes after that, and then he went straight into a triangle.
Dude, that was crazy. Like, he didn't even wait. He just like the transition, man.
At that point, like you cannot submit Volkanovski. If Ortega couldn't do it with those two that tight, there's no point trying to submit him.
That's why he's the champ. Like he just.
Yeah.
Even if it's a close fight, like he'll still win. That's what he's telling us.
I think he earned a lot of people's respect from that fight.
He really did it.
Because a lot of people were doubting him, and they were like, "Ah, Holly's just as good." But then, dude, after you saw what he did to Ortega, man.
And no one's beating him. No one.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted to. Perhaps Henry. Did you see what Henry said?
Yeah, dude. I'd be down for. Dude, I'm ready for Cejudo to come back.
I don't know if he's gonna win, but I feel like.
I mean, I'd be excited for that fight because we don't know how. Go ahead.
Oh, that's all.
No, it's just like we don't know how. Like no one's beat Cejudo in so long. I think Demetrius maybe won one.
Like they're both.
Exactly, and I mean,
in a way.
Cejudo's still young. He's still training. I think he just retired because he wanted more money, and he thought it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And then Dana was like, "All right."
That's what he said too. He said something like that too.
Yeah, and Dana immediately took him out. He's like, "All right, he's retired. Sorry, you're not gonna fight."
Yeah. If it was Conor, though, I bet he let him.
Oh no. Yeah, Conor could beat anyone who makes that.
He's so biased, man.
You could tell, yeah.
Again, it's so biased.
He's starting to lose faith in Jon, though. You can tell. He's like, I just can't do it no more, man.
Yeah, man. Then Lawler and Diaz.
Oh, dude, I wanted to talk to you about that too.
Yeah,
Dude, that fight was just sad.
He shouldn't have been in there.
The whole time. I mean, the sad part is we all wanted him to win so bad that we still thought he had a chance.
That was just weird, man. I feel like.
Yeah, the whole. Because normally he's super cocky too, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Like he's definitely nervous, but dude, once he gets in there, he's like throwing hands, laying on the ground and stuff. Like.
Yeah, he was more chill this fight.
Yeah, this fight he almost seemed scared, and like.
Yeah. I don't know if it's time to like retire or if he should just like slowly like work his way back up. Either way, he can't just go into like a big brawl like that with like a big time name.
So I heard they like switched opponents on him or something, and he didn't have like a full camp or something like that. Which then I could kind of see because he's unprepared.
Right. And then like I think. He was like overweight, like
yeah, he missed weight. Dude, that I don't understand. This man is like running triathlons and stuff. He's known for his cardio, and he came in overweight.
Dude, I don't. Yeah, he shouldn't have been in there. That just wasn't right.
You think nerves got to him? That's really what it was. That's what we saw. Just a nervous guy. Because I mean, overweight, seemed nervous, didn't come prepared. Like those guys are always down to scrap too. That's what they're known for. Diaz Army.
Yeah, man. I think that might be it for the Diaz brothers, man.
No, I think Nate's fired up.
He's got like one last fight in his contract.
I think
That's
he
what
do.
I'm saying. It should be Connor.
I could see that too, but dude, I would be scared of Nate or Nick right now. No, Nate. I always mix this, but because he's like he just saw his brother like I don't know, almost get like disrespected.
Yes.
Probably that's the right word for it, disrespected. So now he's gonna try to finish you, and you know you can't finish him.
So, yeah, man, I don't know. I would love to see Nate and Connor, the trilogy. That's what we need.
Dude, I want Connor to get a layup. I just want to see Connor win. Like it's been so long. I don't think I've ever seen Connor win.
Then he can retire. That's it.
I mean, he can win and then get a good fight and lose that one and then retire. I mean, I just want to have him get a chance. You know what I want Cinderella stories, like movie stories in the UFC, and I want to be a part of seeing that. That's really what I want. Like, does that make sense?
It does, man.
You know how like certain fights, like if someone wins, it's better for the UFC. It's a better story. Like that's what I want to see. Like Jon Jones come back. Yeah, like the Cinderella stories.
Yeah, Jon Jones and Francis like has to be made like sometime. Like you just need to see that.
Yeah. Dude, I want to look
That
up.
would just be so amazing.
Yeah, I mean we got to go one step at a time with that guy.
So, Aljamain and Covington is on.
Dude, well, I guess that's exactly a month. Oh, no way.
Yeah, so I'm gonna be hyped up for that.
Yeah. Oh man. 100%, dude. 100%.
Yeah. And
I hope it's competitive. I think we've said this before, but I just hope it's competitive.
Yeah.
Like.
So, Olive and
Oliveira and Poirier. I think that's being made in December. I think December was like the timeline they were looking at.
Yep, at the end of the year.
Me and my homie were talking about that. Who do you think's gonna win?
I say Dustin. I feel like.
Dude, that's what he said. But dude, you can't count out Oliveira. Oliveira's good.
Like I said last time, I don't know how Olive is gonna get him up
to the ground.
That's the only way he can win.
Yeah.
If they stand up, he's gonna get washed.
But those guys clinch a lot. Like Dustin, he's pretty known for getting close and clinching, and then like doing Muay Thai stuff.
Yeah. So like.
I mean, you can always pull guard. Like once it gets close, just fall to the ground and wrap around him.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's so dangerous from so many different areas. Once it's in jiu-jitsu, all he has to do is get a hold of you, and then he can at least threaten stuff.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. I say Dustin, but anything can happen.
One thing I don't like about Oliveira is he is a bit chinny, right? Like he doesn't take punches that well.
Oh yeah.
Like Dustin doesn't get knocked.
He almost lost
against Michael Chandler, and that wasn't like round 4 or 5. That was round 1 or 2.
He almost lost.
Yeah, Dustin.
A first round, like he had a bad chin.
Yeah, Dustin is going to hit him.
So right.
There's no way he just knocks out Dustin. Dustin's too durable, right?
I mean, like with you saying that, I feel like even more now.
I mean,
Dustin's gonna win.
Yeah.
Dustin has hands, man.
Dustin has hands for sure. Bro, he outboxed Holloway. That's how good his hands are.
Dude, he gets.
So.
I think Dustin's gonna knock him out.
Yeah, man. Now you're starting to convince me. Now I'm starting to convince me the more I talk.
After you said that chin thing, I think Dustin's gonna knock him the fuck out.
I think there's no way it goes to a decision. There's no way.
He's gonna be a poster, dude. He's gonna be a meme.
You think so? Dude, I like Oliveira though. I mean, I like Dustin. So, you know what? I'm good with whatever happens. I just hope it's a good fight. That's one of those. Like,
I know you like.
Well, I'm gonna bet doesn't go the distance.
Okay.
So I'm just like I said, I'm just hoping a good fight, and if it goes to a good decision, I paid money for a good thing to happen.
I do not want to see a decision with that fight.
Speaking of, should we talk about last week's fight with Mr. Santos versus Johnny Walker?
That was trash.
Snooze fest, bro. Snooze fest. They're so good at fighting is knocking people out. And what are you gonna do? Dance around for 25 minutes? You're wasting 25 minutes of my time.
The fight was so bad.
I think honestly, they're friends, and they were like, "Yo, don't knock me out." And he's like, "All right."
They were friends. At the end of the fight, they were like, "Yeah, man." Oh,
Yeah.
God, man. I was like, "What is this? This is UFC."
Dude, the over/under for that fight was 1.5 rounds. That's what they thought was gonna happen. It was gonna end in the first round.
It was trash. They both are like, and they're both good too. So I don't know why they didn't bring the challenge.
I mean, honestly, yeah,
So
like we
weird.
said, just because they're friends, I think.
It's like a UFC 270 will has Francis and Game, and then Izzy
Yo,
and Riley.
I'm gonna get the over for Francis versus Gone too. Speaking of friends fighting,
What?
for Francis versus Gone.
Yeah.
I mean, they're homies, right? They used to train together.
Yeah, I think so.
So I feel like they're gonna at least have some respect for
I
each
don't know how
other.
cool they are anymore, but I guess we'll see.
Yeah. No, I feel like they could be over. Cause yeah, I mean, who knows? Well, Francis, who knows, man? He can knock out a horse.
Yeah. It takes that one punch, so like Dane has to just work on his defense. That's about it.
Yeah. It's like me chessboxing. Like, how can you avoid getting punched once the whole fight?
Right.
It's impossible. Right? It's not fair.
What do you got with Izzy and Rob?
Oh, Izzy all day, bro. Izzy 100%. It's not even close. I mean, Rob's good and all, but just Izzy owns him. Like he owns the division.
Yeah, the only thing I'm scared of Izzy, he's been taken down in his last 2 fights.
But Rob never takes people down, right? Is he known for taking people down?
He might try now after he sees Izzy's a weakness. That's the only thing I'm scared of.
Well, I would say the other thing is Vittori and Blachowicz, they're ground guys. Where it's
Right.
like, what's his name? Whitaker can take people down, but I think Izzy only gets taken down by ground guys. Like, who are better at that? And,
Well, if it's just hands, then I guess he's just gonna win unless Rob found a new style.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think it's going to be a competitive fight, but we'll see. Do you know when that fight's going on? Has it been made yet?
The 270 with Francis and Game.
Oh, no way. Is that in
That's what they're
December?
and that's what they're trying to do.
Is that December?
It might be in January. I'm not sure.
A whole year? I gotta wait a whole year for that?
It's not a whole year.
I love making that
It's
joke.
like
Like when you go,
like 2-3 months.
when you leave for Christmas break and see someone like January 3rd, I'm like, yo, I haven't seen you a whole year, man.
I know, right?
Yo, you want to talk about Valentina? The
I
Queen?
didn't see that fight. How was it?
Basically, what
I
it,
just know she won.
she
Like,
won
I
minus
didn't
1500,
so
knocked her out in the 4th round, dominated every round, didn't lose a round.
Yeah, I was like, I knew she was gonna win, so I was like, I'm not really interested in this.
Yeah, dude, I would wipe Valentina so hard. She's perfect.
So hard.
And she speaks Spanish too.
She says Spanish.
She speaks Spanish. Like she
Is
actually
she
like
Russian?
she's
Oh,
Russian,
she
but
speaks Spanish?
she can speak Spanish. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I was like,
Yeah.
what?
I know. Apparently Darren Till can speak Spanish too, or like Portuguese or something. Like he's fluent.
Yeah, that's pretty gnarly.
That's insane. Yeah, that's really cool. I think. I mean, I guess that you do so much jiu-jitsu or boxing that you pick up a language.
I was
Maybe,
thinking about
maybe.
that too. I should learn it, and then I could speak it with Sensei. I just
Yeah.
imagine if we could speak his language.
Imagine we pulled up to Brazil where he is and just started talking to him in Portuguese
That
and
would
like
be so
challenged
cool.
him like Ash Ketchum to a gym leader.
Like, that would be like a cool story.
Yeah, yeah.
Our blue belts like in Brazil, like with the hardcore guys.
Yeah, or I guess our black belts would be a cooler story, but yeah, blue belt's cool too.
That too.
You think you compete in a jiu-jitsu tournament?
I would.
Yeah, or you want to sometime soon?
Would. I prefer like MMA or boxing. I like to start with boxing because
Yeah.
MMA, I'm scared to get a knee or some. Only thing I'm scared of is like a submission and someone tries to like break my arm.
I'll go
I
too
think
far.
that's like
Yeah,
my top fear. and getting.
You think getting knocked out is better? Yeah, I mean, actually, yeah. Honestly, dude, breaking an arm and you're just out of action for so long.
Yeah, but to break anything, because like, I feel like some of those guys are just so like aggressive.
Yeah.
And trying to like get that tap. That they'll just like overextend. That's like my only fear.
Yeah, I mean, what about getting knocked out? Because I don't want to get knocked out.
Only with the knee. But with a fist, I can take that.
I just don't want to be like a meme where it's like me falling to the ground like a statue or something.
Hey man.
So hopefully that never happens.
Yeah man, I would love to be in a contest.
Yeah. Why? You want to talk about Aljamain, bro? What's going on with this guy? You see what he keeps saying?
Apparently he's still injured, or is...
Dude, he's got like some surgery or some heart... Like he pulled out of the fight after it was made because he had some surgery. But then he posts pictures of him sparring hard. It's like, dude, if you're getting surgery, why are you fighting hard?
He's a joke. It's just so confusing. I don't even like to... I don't even give him any attention.
He just keeps giving us stuff though, because he's like, dude, it's Peter Yan's fault. It's like this, like, blame him, don't blame me. Like, nonsense. I mean, unless he's trying to be the best villain of all time.
He's gonna get stripped.
He should get stripped.
It was in March, right? Of the fight.
Huh? The first one?
Was it?
Dude, like years ago. I don't know. Dude, I think we watched that fight together, right?
Yeah, that's what like.
Those guys before
one of the fights happened that day.
It might have been an Adesanya card with Volkanovski. So, Jan versus Sterling.
Oh, that was your birthday.
Was that my birthday? No, March 6th. March 6th. That was the fight.
Oh.
UFC 259. That was Jan, Amanda, and Peter. Pietro. And Islam. That was a really good card. And Thiago Santos. Speaking of. Had a round 3 decision that day. That wasn't foreshadowing. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, so by March, I feel like he's gonna be stripped because he has to fight in like a year, right? So
yeah, I mean, it's been 7 months. Yeah, I mean, dude, if you want to get your surgeries and stuff, go get it. You just can't be champion and hold up everything. Like, how is that not that hard to explain?
Exactly. Other comments are like that too. Like, yeah, man, sure, you can do whatever.
Do whatever you want. You're just not champion. Like.
You just can't keep the belt. Like, no one's complaining, bro. You gotta get help.
Dude, he's definitely like sleeping with the belt every night because he knows one day she's gonna leave.
Dude, that's so gross, man.
Yeah, you gotta watch that for sure.
I
don't want to know what's been done with the belt.
Exactly. I was like, can I get a new belt, boss? As Dana, hey, can I get a new belt?
Dude, Dana's got hella money. I bet he could make a belt every single time.
I was curious about that. Do they like keep the same exact belt, or do they get like a new one? Have it like
I don't know. That's a good question. Like, I mean, it's called getting stripped of your belt, right? So I assume they take it away.
Yeah,
or losing the
belt. I would strip all the girls of their belts.
And then give them the belts.
Yeah.
Dude, those girls, I don't know if I would strip though. They could beat you up. Imagine telling Amanda, like, hey, you gotta give me your belt.
Get stripped of her belts.
Yeah, Valentina we're good with. Amanda's kind of scary.
Can definitely strip. She can definitely strip. Is there anything else I want to...
Anything else for UFC?
Did you hear about Kyrie and
the comments?
The vaccine? And what did you think of that?
So basically, New York is forcing people to get a vaccine, right? Or like for public events, you have to have a vaccine.
Okay.
So Kyrie can't play in New York.
Or like, the whole city?
No, I think like the whole city.
Okay.
Or if you want to go to a public event like a basketball game, you have to have the vaccine.
Wow.
So Kyrie can't play in New York, but he could theoretically play in other states, making him a part-time player. That's what I thought. Honestly, I think that's retarded. You're not gonna let someone play?
That's insane. I didn't know it was that deep.
And I know for sure Kyrie's just not gonna get it. He doesn't care. It's not like that they're gonna like blackmail him into getting it.
That is a mind fuck. I don't even know what to say to that.
Dude, that's where it's like you're like going above someone's rights. I think, like forcing them to do it.
This country's gonna split apart. It feels like it's about to be a civil war or some shit.
Well, I think the other bad news that, not that I don't like Donald Trump, but he's probably gonna be the next president. So it's not like we're gonna go from Joe to some savior.
And what's Joe Biden doing? Absolutely nothing.
Nothing. There's nothing. I can't even believe that man became president. That blows my mind too.
Yeah, he's just there. He doesn't do anything. He's just there. He's like a scapegoat.
Yeah, maybe, dude. The thing is, I like America too much where I just wouldn't even consider moving. I like it. I really love this country.
Yeah, there's nowhere for me to go.
So whatever happens, I'm here. I'm trapped.
I travel.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely visit other countries, but to not be American or to be not in America, that ain't right. But I bet like Kyrie is not the only person going through this. There's definitely other players. Kyrie's just the most like high profile.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing these days. Like,
a
lot of people have a lot of beliefs, but like they can't really say it because of their job or their positions.
I mean, okay, maybe there's certain beliefs that you probably can say, like if you like killing people, like don't do that. But if it's within reasonable belief, you should be able to believe whatever you want, 100%. If you're not affecting someone else, you're not hurting someone else, do what you gotta do, or do what you want to do. Like, this is America. This is like you're a grown up, right?
Facts.
So
it's too bad other people do not see it that way.
I don't understand. Why can't everyone just, I don't know, just stay in your lane? That's the kind of like the big, just stay in your lane, do your thing.
Right.
Don't tell other people what lane to choose. Like, let them choose their lane, as long as they're not hurting people.
Right.
And then, I don't know if we already had this conversation, but the people that are anti-vax, I don't get, because they're only passing it to other people that don't have the vaccine, in theory. So
right.
The people they don't like are they're getting rid of each other, if anything. So you should just be happy that they're not getting the vaccine.
That's an interesting way to see it.
I mean, and then, dude, the other thing I don't get is you get the vaccine and you're still getting it? Like, what's the point in getting the vaccine?
Yeah, man. I saw a bunch of old people, like, lined up to get it. There's a place that's getting, like, free vaccines.
I mean, if you're high risk, I completely understand.
Old people in line.
I mean, I understand for them, like, they're high risk, right? So definitely get the vaccine.
So, but if they can still get it, then what's the point?
Yeah, exactly. On top, yeah.
Still get
I guess it reduces the percentage or some stuff like that. But
oh my god, it's like a condom, right?
yeah, no. I think condom has better efficiency. I don't think the vaccine's like, dude, the vaccine's like 60% or something, like 40%. It's definitely not like 99%.
That's trash.
Because I've heard a lot of people who already got the vaccine and still got it.
Man, it's cold. It's in the air. You can't escape it.
I mean, it's just like the cold or the flu. Like that stuff's still happening. Like, do we forget about that? Just like get a cold and stay home. Don't get other people sick. Somehow this one got the most popular.
Now you can get the cold and the COVID.
Cold and the COVID. The CC.
What if you get all three at the same time?
Well, hopefully you're... And dude, that's the other thing. Just be a healthy person. Eat well, sleep well, work out.
Right.
Like, you'll be okay.
Right.
If you don't have other conditions and stuff, and like, at least you try, then relax, man. Like, you're fine. It doesn't even like affect kids. Like, kids just does nothing to them, right? Maybe there's like one kid who got it and got sick.
So fresh. They're like just.
Like, what does that say about the virus where it can't take down kids? It literally that means it's dependent on you being not healthy. That's the only way it's gonna get you. It's not like kids are super strong or anything. They're just fresh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Alright, bro.
So,
has it been an hour or?
I think we got
45 minutes.
55 minutes so far.
Okay. So let's talk.
What do you think about the card coming up with Mackenzie Dern versus Marina Rodriguez?
Don't know. I don't think I've seen. I feel like I've probably only seen one of Mackenzie's fights.
So Dern's jiu-jitsu is sick, and Rodriguez, she can punch for sure. She has really good hands. Like she knocks out girls.
Well, that sounds like Amanda.
Yeah, honestly, her versus Amanda could be an actual fight. Dude, all these people are just fighting for who fights Amanda and who fights Valentina. Just like the chopping block.
Yeah, it would be weird to like try to fight Amanda or Valentina.
Who do you think is scarier, Amanda or Valentina?
Let's say it again.
Who do you think is scarier, Amanda or Valentina?
Amanda, like she's worse.
Yeah, Amanda hits you bad. Like Valentina picks you apart.
She don't like a man and fights like a man.
Yeah. She's like brute strength, dude.
It's like you're fighting a man.
It's like a chessboxing fight. And her jiu-jitsu is good too. It's like
it's just too much.
Also, these girls have no weaknesses. That's another big part of their game, which makes them so scary. You can't like pick a spot, right? Honestly, I think pound for pound, they should be like close to the top 5. Because
that makes sense.
They just dominate more than anyone else. Even Kamaru, like sometimes at least we think he can lose. Like we think there's a chance he can lose. With Jon, we think there's a chance he can lose. Really, it's like Khabib, Valentina, and Amanda. Those 3. I mean, I don't think there's any chance they lose.
Yeah, I just okay.
Yeah, I just made some.
So you think if they mix the males, the men's, and the women's,
females? Yeah.
How far up do you think would
Amanda or Valentina be?
Amanda would be.
Bro, I mean, honestly, Valentina. I think they should be 1 and 2. If you really think like, if it's in terms of domination and being the best at your weight class. I mean, who else?
I guess that makes sense.
Because think about the odds for their fights too. It's always like minus 1,000, minus 1,500. You don't get that on Kamaru Usman. You don't get that on Jon Jones. You get minus 300 at best. It's like, I mean, okay, the argument you can make is the competition is not as good as the other guys, right? Like none of the girls they fight are like.
That's what I was thinking.
So yeah, I mean that would be the strongest argument for them not being 1 and 2.
Yeah, it's like these girls are kind of. I don't want to say weak, but they're kind of weak.
Alright, they're just girls.
I know some girls are strong, but it's like when you see them fight, it's like.
I mean, dude, you can't. I mean, yeah, strength is one
thing. A few of them are like really. Like you can tell like when they really want it bad, but a lot of them they don't look like they want it that bad. Even with the guys, some guys are like that.
I mean, for sure, but at the top, I would think like you want it pretty bad. I mean, you got this far, right?
Yeah. I think Amanda would be probably number 5 or 6 for me. If they mix the men's and the
I can see that. It'd be really interesting. I'm sure they have some kind of criteria. I hope for like these are the categories and like how good are you at these 3 categories?
Exactly.
This is something funny that I noticed. Ben Askren and Tyron Woodley had the same last 3 fights. So check this out.
I saw that meme.
Yeah, so Woodley knocked out by Covington. Askren knocked out by Masvidal. Then Bovin got subbed by Vicente Luque and Damien Maya. And they both lost to Jake Paul. Tough way to go.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I guess they're stepbrothers now.
Yeah. Somehow all those guys are Eskimo brothers. Whatever it is. Jake Paul. Daddy Jake. That's what they should both get tattooed.
Oh my god, he got the tattoo too on his finger.
Yeah. I don't think he's going to get a rematch. I mean, you got to show me something to
deserve
a rematch. Because no one really wants to watch it.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll watch it because we're degenerates, but we don't want to. Or like
we're trying to see Jake get knocked out, so we want him to fight.
It's not going to be. Yeah, it's not going to be. He should fight Masvidal or something. Someone who can actually fight.
Yeah. And speaking of him, who do you think his next fight should be?
He really wants Leon, and I really want him to get Leon. But Leon doesn't want that. He's scared. He's like, I want a title fight.
Yeah, yeah, that's tough. Welterweight is kind of tough right now.
Dude, I think that fight makes a lot of sense. And the winner maybe can fight the winner of Covington versus Usman. Those are the two contenders, right? In that division. Pretty much. I mean,
Corbin just fought the champ like twice, so I don't think.
Yeah, it's hard to make the trilogy like.
I feel like he needs to wait like a year or two.
Well, he needs to beat people like Leon. He needs to beat Leon and someone else really good, and then maybe he can make a case for a third fight.
Yeah,
because he's got to show some.
Yeah, I don't want to see him fight Usman ever again.
I mean, you'd have to do a lot. I agree.
But hopefully, only if there's a new champ, I feel like Jorge should get a shot. But if it's Usman, I don't ever want to see that fight ever again.
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot just in that scenario. There's a lot that needs to happen, and we just like wait and see. But definitely make fights with the top people, so that we can get stuff going, or just learn more stuff.
Yeah. So I think what makes sense is Gilbert Burns.
Versus which
Burns one? And Jorge, or Burns.
Or Leon. Yeah. Burns just beat Thompson, and he lost to Usman. So yeah, all those guys need like a high level fight to prove that. And then if Covington loses, then he can get one of the other guys too, to try to prove that he needs to fight Usman again.
Yeah, it feels like.
It feels like, dude, there's just like a lot of high level fights at the top, and Usman just waits to see like who deserves him next.
It's hard. It's just weird. Everyone is just like.
Fighting for a chance to fight. Yeah, I mean, same thing with Izzy. Izzy's in the same boat pretty much. He just takes whatever fights there are. He's like, well, I don't care. I get more money.
I feel like he beat like half those people in the top.
On his way up, for sure.
If Covington can't win, then it was be champ for a long ass time.
Pretty much, dude. Like, we need to see something special, and I don't see anything special. I think he's pretty young, so he's got at least a couple years, and that's like a couple fights. Like, you fight once a year, pretty much. So 5 years, 5 fights, something like that.
Like, you know what I'd like to see? Cosmo. I like to see him get healthy and then just run through the top 15.
Yeah.
And then fight Usman as his last fight.
I don't know his last. Oh, is Usman's last fight?
Yeah.
Dude, let's try to get some more out of this guy. We don't have to like retire anyone anytime soon.
Yeah.
Let's just get this stuff rolling. That's what I want to see. More fights and more just like, all right, this makes sense. This makes sense. So hopefully that's what gets going. Dude, the next couple of cards honestly kind of suck, but once we get to New York, then it starts spicing up for sure.
Yeah, October 30, the lightweight champ.
Yeah, that's the next good one. Like right before Halloween.
And Corey and Jan.
Corey? You mean Teixeira? Oh, Corey, Sandhagen.
Yeah,
that one will be fun too. That one actually I don't even know. That one's a good one. I mean, Peter's so good, but Corey is really good too.
Yep.
And then our guy TJ's waiting in the waters. Who knows what Aljamain's gonna do? No, there's fun divisions.
Yeah, and 1 week after that is Usman's fight, so that's gonna be a great.
100%.
The end of the year is gonna be great, man.
Yeah, I'm excited.
The end of the year has a lot of good fights.
Yeah, we gotta make it through a little bit, but then I'm super excited.
Alright, man. So what's the last topic? So one more thing we can talk about before we get out of here.
What you think? Well, we got some stuff. No would say no. Oh, one thing I definitely need to do is not use being busy as an excuse. Like, I've been doing that, being like, oh, I'm busy, so I don't have to do this. And it's such a dangerous thing, because it's not an excuse. Like, you have to, like, there's things you want to do, like being accountable and doing those things. Don't be like, I'm busy, so I can't do it today. Because it's just a slippery slope after that. What you think?
Say it again. I feel like I kind of get it.
So like I am pretty busy. Like I do a lot of things. I have a lot of stuff going on, and then I almost use that as an excuse for not being able to do other things or things that I'm supposed to do. I'll be like, I can't do it today because I have this other stuff.
Right.
So it's really just making time, and honestly being focused too, because like I do things slower than I probably should.
Gotcha.
And then just sticking to like dude, Friday, Saturday, have fun, maybe another night or do some other stuff. But really stay focused, stay disciplined, and like do what you gotta do, and don't make any excuses.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah, it's true.
It reminds me of a quote that Denzel Washington said.
What do you say?
He said, "Don't confuse being busy with getting stuff done."
Yeah. Yeah. Because there's definitely so much more I could be doing. Not that I'm not doing anything, but I know I could do better. And then you gotta...
just plan it and write it down.
Yeah.
I think he told me that one time. I was going through something and he was like just write it down.
Yeah. I mean, even I try to do that, but then I keep making these little excuses and they add up. Also, sleeping in doesn't help.
Yeah. It's always us against ourselves, man.
Oh,
I know all about that.
Number one opponent is the guy looking in the mirror for sure. At least for me.
Yeah.
Maybe not for other people.
Oh.
But we're gonna hold ourselves accountable. So next time we check in, we're gonna have stats and we're gonna be doing all this stuff.
So wake up and run for 5 days a week.
Yes, sir. Honestly, probably weekdays better, but you gotta make up for it too.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah. So wake up and run.
And chess techniques.
Yeah, so I gotta study chess, stream, and just like train, not just play.
Yeah.
And the last one.
Stand up every other day.
Yeah, just write. You just gotta write. Like you don't even have to write good. Just write. That's it. And stuff will happen.
You don't be bad as long as you write.
Yeah, and then at some point, we gotta practice to perform, cause. Dude, the weird thing with Atlanta is like all the open mics like stopped happening this past month. Like I couldn't find them on Eventbrite where I normally do.
So weird.
And that was really annoying because like me and Rob were ready to go, and I mean honestly I wasn't ready to go, but I was gonna go anyway. But
you think because summer's over?
Maybe, but I feel like people are still having a good time and like they still think that they want to do stuff. People always want to do stuff. Right.
Interesting.
Alright, but I think that's a solid way to end it. I think next time we're gonna come back ready to go. I'm off my tournament instead of chess boxing. Now I'm in my strength.
Yeah, man.
And we're gonna be consistent.
It feels like we're slowly getting up there.
Yeah, I think if we can do it right.
A little bit right now.
Yeah, we can do it right this next week. I think we earned the next level of whatever comes next.
Master of something.
Master of something.
Alright, bro. Until next time.
I'll catch you later. Peace out.
Alright, bro. Take care.